Welcome back, everybody. I'm Brandon from Relax Trips. Joining me once again is my brother on that side. We're switching up the cameras a little bit.
Going on?
Today, we're going to do a box of UFC Stadium Club versus a box of Baseball Stadium Club to see which one is the better value, and I can't wait to get into it. All right, so we have two boxes, and Matt and I were talking about how we wanted to do it. UFC first, baseball first, and I think Matt had a good idea. We're going to do a little half and half. We have, 16 packs of each? So we're going to do
Mhm.
8 and 8 and figure out 8, then 8, and figure out what we're getting. Of course, in UFC, we do have 2 autos guaranteed, and in baseball, only 1. What are they doing with baseball, man?
I don't know. That seems crazy to me. Just one auto per hobby box is wild.
I know baseball is really making it hard for the big baseball fans out there to get their autos. But maybe that's what it's about. I don't know. We're not big baseball openers. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go so far as to say we're not going to know too much about what we're doing on the baseball side, but it should be fun, right?
It's still Stadium Club. We know what we're looking at. We know what we're looking for. I know some of the hitters from 2025. I know, some of the people we are looking for. So if those names pop up, sure, we'll be excited.
Hey, I know that we want to get some Dodgers, right? They're the people. They're the guys.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, of course.
All right, I'm going to guess right into the UFC. We definitely know what we're looking for in this. Straight off, first auto,
Every time.
Vinicius Oliveira to 10, number 2 of
Whoa.
10. Super low number. He didn't win his last
Wow.
fight, but you know what? He's still a big contender on that rookie. So, man, we are starting off with to 10. That is our lowest numbered outside of you opening up a 1 of 1. That is my lowest number currently in Stadium Club. So, we're going to put all
Yeah.
Vinicius over there. That is crazy. And you know what? The red
Well,
cards,
that's a hot start.
not
Goodness gracious.
not backwards today.
No, yeah, straight through the packs. Nice.
Yeah. So that is going to be
I have
interesting.
not seen the base numbered autos yet. That's our first in general.
Oh, you're right. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, that did not seem right to me. Sean Strickland coming off his big win. Like it's fluffy. But yeah, that
Huge win. Man, I haven't been that hyped in a long time.
yeah, I know. I know. It was really fun. We had a couple viewers in Discord watching it together. That was a crazy into the fight. Good card overall. Kind of back and forth.
Mhm.
Some really good fights, some not as much. But man, there was some fun stuff. I definitely enjoyed the card.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, Jeff Neal got taken out on his shield pretty quickly, but there were some goods and like you said, there were some bads. Especially that Josiah Harrell man. I've been like reading up on that today after the dust settled.
Yeah.
Oh man, that dude, he got the raw end of that deal. But Jacoby Smith looks amazing. I do hear a lot of people saying he should have held off on those last 3 or 4 punches. That was not necessary. He was
Well,
watching that man's head bounce.
yeah, but that's up to the ref. That's
Yep.
on the
The
ref.
ref should have stopped it.
He has a job, and it is to go out there and beat up another person and not get beat up himself. So that is a hard one to say. But yeah, it was rough, man. Jacoby Smith though, Jacoby, we're looking for your rookie cards in 2026, and I'll make sure I'm picking some up for sure.
Absolutely.
All right, and you're right, man. Jeff Neal definitely did not get the good end of the stick last night. Oh, here we go. Curtis Razor Blades on the green, 75 of 199. So that is going to be our first numbered outside of course, the auto. And that is going to go in our dad's PC because we do not have the green one for him yet. I don't think.
Yeah. I'm getting a rainbow of Curtis Blades for him.
I know. All right. We have Khabib on the Dynasty, Tajir, and Thimba Garimbo. All right. So we do have 2 boxes with 16 packs, 8 cards a pack. Of course, you guys have seen us open up some UFC, so I'm kind of flying through a little bit. Don't worry, we're going to deep dive a little bit more into the baseball and compare it to what we're used to in the UFC. And so, you know, if you guys want a more in-depth, definitely go watch our other videos if you haven't seen them yet, or stay tuned for the future ones. But I'm just trying to make sure that this isn't a 20-hour long video. Iron Maverick. All right. So 2 packs left in the first 8. Already 1 numbered and 1 numbered auto. You know, Vinicius Oliveira, that to 10 would have definitely been a little more expensive a month ago, but he is still a rookie, still a good fighter, and I'm still excited about it. Curtis Razor Blades on that green, you know, that does have a little bit of PC meaning to us, but we do know it's not anything too crazy whenever we're talking about value here. So far, pretty good, strong showing from the UFC. I mean, you know, and both of these, I will say this, both of these were bought at the pre-sale price, so $129 a box, not the retail. We're going to put up, you know, I'm kind of just referencing this from a pre-order price, but we can also very easily convert it to a retail, you know, no matter what, it's value gained is value gained, value lost is value lost. That sounded silly for no reason. All right, so we're gonna get some of these lesser cards. I know there's some reds and everything in here, but we're trying to just go with more of the hits. I kept the black foil to the side because we all know how much I love that card. And here's some of the inserts that we can always reference. All right, guys, we did a quick sleeving of our hits. We have that rainbow to 10 base of Vinicius Oliveira on card auto with our Curtis Razor Blades to 199. Now we're gonna get into the first pack of Topps Stadium Club 2025 baseball. Now I have said it before, and I'm going to say it again. I do not know a ton about current baseball, so we're going to be playing it. Matt knows a little bit more. I want some Shohei Ohtani because I know who that guy is. I know he's the best ever, and that's a cool picture from Manny Machado. All right, so just like the Yae-Sung Kim for the Dodgers, I know that this is a cool rookie on the red. I'll probably keep this. I don't know. And all right behind this, James Wood on the black and white. So a lot of similarities, just like we're used to on the UFC. I'm just a little more confused. And
well, that black and white is a parallel.
What do you mean?
In baseball as well. The black and white is a special card in baseball as well, just the same as UFC.
Cool. And
it's not like you get one every box.
Yeah, the difference being that the red was in the middle.
I don't know. Yeah, that threw me off.
Yeah, I'm used to it being at the end. All right, so Matt Shaw, CJ Abrams. There's some really cool pictures in here. I'll at least give him that. All right, Marcelo Meyer on the Red Sox. Don't know if he's good. We'll put him in our little red pile we have going on. And our first insert is going to be Savage Sluggers, James Wood. Cool. That's a cool card.
Okay, that's a good rookie.
Yeah, looks like he's on damn King Kong's Island.
Yeah, well, that is one of the rookies you're looking for. So,
little Cal Ripken Jr., little throwback. And Jordan Byrne. Wait, what is that? I don't know, Corbin Burns or something. All right, guys, if I missed something that is a bigger hit, please let me know. I don't think I'm going to, but once again, yeah. Also, these packs are a little harder to open than the normal Topps UFC ones. A little more glued on the top. I don't know if it's this random box or if that is just the way that they did it in this. All right. Little Craig Biggio card. Now, if you guys have watched our channel, you know that we are Texas guys. Craig Biggio was one of the all-time, the killer bees back in the day for the Astros. We went and saw him, me, Matt, my dad, all went and saw him a ton of times live. Second baseman, great at steals, love this guy. So this will definitely end up in one of our PCs because that's just really cool. I did not know he was in the set. This makes me like it even more. Nice little throwback for some Astros boys here. Another red here. And our auto, we have a Luis Gonzalez. For who is that? Let's see. For the Arizona Diamondbacks, he is a what does he do? Oh, he's outfielder. All right. Sorry, I did not know who that was. Okay. So first auto, Luis Gonzalez on the outfielder. It says it on the front of the card. I'm definitely not familiar with this. Okay. I don't know how good that is.
Probably the only auto of the box.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that's not a very good one.
No, it wouldn't be.
It wouldn't be. Well, we learned, and guess what? After this one, well, you know, we can still get a case hit. We can still get low numbers. I mean, there's a ton of options left in this. I'm going to see if it's easier to open this up from the bottom. It very much is. So it is just the top of these packs that makes it horrible. Let's see who we have up. Jackson, Joby, Brian, woo. Now, do they have the same photographer's proof and everything else? Oh, what is this? This looks like,
and they do have beam teams as well.
yeah, that's what I'm looking for. In case of emergency, we
Ooh.
have Cam Smith, break glass. Case of emergency.
On a rookie again.
I know, another rookie on
Astros, baby.
I know. That's cool. So we like this. Don't really, once again, don't know if it's anything, but we're going to put it off to the side. And of course, we're going to try to put any values that we find. This set just did come out, so I don't know how much is out there. In case of emergency, is that just a normal insert? Kind of like your Dynasty?
I think it's similar to like the hype inserts. It's like maybe one per hobby.
Right. So a little bit less than the other ones.
Yeah.
Well, it's cool. That's all I know. And one thing I don't know is how many numbers we're supposed to get in this. Okay, a backwards of Juan Soto on just the orange. Okay, that is going to be our first orange. Justin Verlander and Cody Bellinger. Oh, one more behind that. Ben Rice. Okay, so you said that it should just be similar on numbers, or we don't know? Just the one?
It only says one auto. I don't know about the numbered cards.
Probably similar to UFC.
Do you think it's possible to get multiple, but you should get one at least?
I'm hoping we get a ton. But we're going to learn. We're going to learn it today. Kyle Tucker on the red. The reds look pretty good. Yours for the taking. Okay, so we are getting a ton of these. I'm trying to see if there's any numbers on them because it is hard to see. On Juan Soto. That's cool. I like these. These are cool inserts. You know, comparing it to like
they're nice.
Let me grab one of the Dynasties. Dynasties actually kind of don't look as cool whenever you put it next to that. So I would say they definitely did a little better with the inserts. I think the yours for the taking is really cool, but base cards I like equally. You know, we're bigger UFC fans, so to me they stand out a little bit more. The reds, same. You know, one of the things that I'm kind of learning is, yeah, I don't really know. Seems very similar. Nothing crazy. Right now, of course.
Yeah, it is similar.
Yeah, right now, of course, you know, without doing the numbers, of course, we will have this listed below. Is I'm seeing more value in the UFC, mostly because I know it more. All right, so Ryan Howard, upside down red, going into a Michael Busch, and it looks like that's where the hits end. It looks like the two middle cards are going to be your hits. Although I will look out for any of the photographer's proof, any of the first day, if they even do first day issues. I know that they do some of those different parallels that we're used to in the UFC. So I'll take a look for those. But all right, Kyle Tucker, and I'm still looking for an Ohtani card just because I know he's like the greatest of all time. Sammy Sosa, one of the legends. Another
hey, that's a good one.
Yeah, I know. Sasaki, another World Series winner on the rookie red. That's really cool. Definitely like that one. And a concentration, concentration, Greg Maddux. This insert, not as strong to me. I know it's kind of cool. Maybe be cool if it was a numbered parallel or something a little different, but a little weaker than the others.
Yeah, I lose interest on that one real quick.
Yeah, I'm probably going to get flamed because a lot of people probably like it. Sorry, guys. Let me know your thoughts down
Probably.
below.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Greg Maddox, once again, and Matt McLean. All right, so that is 8 packs down of the baseball. I'm going to clean this up really quick. We're going to get right back to the UFC and see what more we have in this box. All right, so second half of our UFC today, we do have 8 packs coming up. We do have 1 auto left. Hopefully, we're going to get some numbered inserts, some short prints, maybe a super short prints. And yeah, so we were taking a look while we were getting this ready, and it looks like Luis Gonzalez. I don't know. We'll put it below, but there's people asking $30 to $50 for them, but none have sold currently. We do have a little Tommy Aspinall on the dynasty there. Chiwewe and entire Cristina da Silva. So that's pretty cool. I'd like to see if it's really worth that. If it is, that might make a run for the money against some of the UFC cards we've opened today. But I still have hope.
Some of his passables and compare it.
Yeah, that's what we need to do for sure. Kamaru Usman, Paul Craig, Cyril Gahn, and a green of Asu Almabayev. So that should be our hit from this box. Joshua Van and Marvin Vettori. All right, so UFC, kind of doing UFC things. Some cool cards, some cool reds. I will be sorting these after this video today, so don't worry, guys. I'm not mixing everything up. We are we like to keep our stuff a little organized. I'm a little more disorganized, but I've been trying lately to get better. Cody Durden on the Chrome Refractor. That's cool. Poeton on the hype machines. Will it be just a normal hype? Man, I was hoping for something crazy there.
That would have been nice.
It would have been, right? I'm excited to see who our second auto is. I think UFC is just going to win it by proxy of autos. You know, having 2 just definitely double the chances of getting something big. I don't know, man. One auto is a hard thing. That was always my problem with Sapphire. Sapphire UFC was the one auto you can just skunk so hard. Asu on the Chrome and Cody Durden again on the red. We're getting a lot of Durden today from the base and parallels. Okay. Money Moicano, Aaron Blanchfield, Imavov, Ankalaev, and Rich Franklin, the legend, on the auto.
Okay.
Refractor Chrome. And once again, the Refractor Chromes are such good looking cards. Rich Franklin, always with a great signature. I picked up a couple of his this year. I just think they had some cool cards with him in it. Great fighter, great history in the UFC, fun stuff. Pretty good auto. Nothing crazy, but not a bad one to have. Right behind this, we're going to have a Patty on the Power Pack. Let's see if it is a numbered. It is not. I do not get numbered Power Packs. And Macy Chazon and Macy Barber. All right, 3 packs left. Rich Franklin showing up to do a little bit of work for us. I would say between the Macy's and Rich Franklin, our autos hit a little bit better on the UFC. Melissa Mullins, my newest PC. Going to set her to the side for a little last couple packs luck. And let's see, are we going to end off with anything else? No, I still have not gotten an image variation. I will, of course, check at the end to see, but I'm pretty sure I know what most of them look like at this point. I've at least tried to study up on it. Now, the one thing I don't know, does the baseball also have the image variations? I
don't know. I was looking earlier and I didn't run across that.
Our pile of Jamal Hill cards going over here. All right, Christian Rodriguez on the black foil. Definitely love seeing that. Special Forces of Armand. That is really cool. And Sean Brady on the Chrome, your PC, and Volkan Ozdemir. Last pack for the UFC so far, once again, but we still have 8 packs on the baseball. UFC definitely is a little bit ahead with that Vinicius Oliveira to 10 auto. That's just really cool. It's going to be hard to beat something like that. Once again, his stock is not up as high, but we know he's not done with fighting. He's still good. And anything to 10 is always a feels good auto. Anderson, the Spider Silva on the red. All right, so let's get to our last 8 packs of our baseball today. See if anything can pop out and beat the dual autos of the UFC. And we still don't know. Of course, maybe I should have done a little more research to see if there was guaranteed numbers. It's just there's not a lot of content out for these. And normally, I end up seeing a ton of, all cards in my YouTube feed. Derek Jeter here, but I did not see really much of the Stadium Club.
No, I keep seeing stuff about Series 1 and all that, but
Gilded as well.
nothing Stadium Club.
That crazy expensive
yeah.
Gilded that they did, it kind of competes with the royalty in price. So it was up on pre-order of the EQL. I almost wanted to go for the Gilded, but I was like, man, I'm not a baseball card collector. This would be crazy for me to spend $1,200 a box on, or whatever it was. Maybe it was less than that, but it was a lot. Ken Griffey Jr. on the red. That's awesome. We like seeing that one. And another Savage Sluggers, and that's going to be Albert Pujols. That's a cool one too. I do like the Savage Sluggers. I think that's a pretty cool card. Good little insert. All right. And Corey Perez, Jacob deGrom. All right. So far, what are your thoughts?
It seems to be a pretty close comparison. I will say, not knowing if there's image variations, it's going to be hard to really dive into what we're looking at. And getting 2 autos with the UFC, man, the value just seems
a second auto.
Okay.
Surprising, a rookie of Grant McCray comes out of nowhere, another outfielder.
Wow.
And I think that this was very surprising. Were we expecting a second auto here? Definitely not. That is for the Giants. Okay. That is going to be on
now, what number is that?
That is going to be number 95 of 99 on the teal variant. Sorry I interrupted you, but we were not expecting another auto in here.
Yeah, that's okay. That's nice. That will definitely tighten the boxes up. I'm super excited to look to see what the values of these are going to be.
Yeah, especially with a rookie. All right, so is McCray going to make baseball take the win? I do not know. So, I don't know. That's our first auto in baseball. Maybe, the first numbered. Maybe the numbered can be auto or not. I don't know. I'm trying to just make stuff up here. I just was surprised we got another one. I was looking for just, base cards coming up.
Well, so the Stadium Club tradition still stands then. You really don't know what you're getting and they just pop up at random times.
Yeah. Mike Schmidt, in case of emergency. This is my least favorite of the inserts, I think.
Yeah. It's a little random, a little chaotic.
Yep. One of the things I do like is there's classics and the new guys in this. You're kind of getting a little bit of everything. It's definitely a weird set in baseball. The choices, maybe it's not as weird as I think it is, but it feels kind of, I don't know. Does baseball, let me know in the comments down below, does baseball ever just do current players, or is it always mixed up a little bit like the UFC and like the other sports? Logan Henderson, and right behind this, we're going to have another variant. It's going to be an orange of Kevin Alcantara. Okay, a rookie again.
Good name.
Yeah. Going into our base cards. All right. Still not even a Shohei Ohtani base. I'll take a base of the guy. Since I'm opening up baseball for my first time since I was a kid, I just want one of his cards because, once again, he is the modern GOAT. Like to get a King Griffey auto too. That'd be really cool. All right. On the red, we do have Gleyber Torres and another one of the yours for the taking, Jackson Holiday. I do think this is such a cool insert. It actually has...
that's a nice insert.
I wouldn't say a little texture, but it has a cool feel. This is a nice insert. All right.
Yeah, this is pretty. This is pretty card.
Yeah, we need this in the UFC. We need some cool inserts like that one. A little more flash, a little more pizzazz, if you will. Delander and Riley. All right, 2 packs left, and then we're going to do some looking up to give you guys our final thoughts on this one. And I've enjoyed it so much, we definitely are going to do a second video of this coming this week, because this is really cool. It's just fun to see the different sports and to see if it'll flip or if it's going to be the same result twice in a row. Let me know your
we
thoughts.
gotta see. We gotta see if that 2 autos was like super random or if it's possible.
True. And this is something I want to do more of in the future. You know, once Chrome comes out, I do want to compare it to baseball, football, basketball. You know, I want to do a little bit more of that you know, in the UFC card space, there's a lot of comparisons of, oh, you know, we don't get good stuff. I want to check it out myself in real time, you know. I know the ceiling isn't always as high, but is our floor higher than some of these other sports? And that's what I think we're going to start doing. Is the floor a little bit better? Lawrence Butler. And another concentration of Jackson Joby. Yeah, concentrations, they're cool. Yeah, that's about my thoughts on it. I don't really know. Maybe I'm wrong, but not my favorite. I like our hype cards better in UFC. James Wood, and that is going to be it. So the only numbered card is going to be our Grant McCray on the teal to 99. Give us a few seconds. We're going to do a quick look, a quick recap, and we'll be back. And we are back, guys, with some final thoughts. We did a quick run through while we're getting everything ready. So I went through and I found out we did get a Jarikas Duplessis image variation. My first one, number 222 of him. Super happy. Look how smiley he is. Just jovial before he lost to Hamzat, but really good champion. Honestly, active champion. I kind of miss him as champion. I miss him going out there and brawling. So that did push UFC today a little ahead. We do have a $30 DDP. Rich Franklin, these can go between $10 and $15. It's kind of hard to fully do it. A 210 of the Vinicius Oliveira on that rainbow. One has already sold for over $30. So we're up to 60 here. Curtis Razor Blades. This is a PC card, but still a couple bucks. On our autos and our only numbered variant, Grant McCray, this does look like it's going to be around a $10 card unless this man pops off. This is his rookie card, so we'll have to see for the future. And Luis Gonzalez, there are some listed between $30 and $50, but not sold yet from Stadium Club. So just like with the UFC, some of the red cards and some of the variations, they do sell for a couple bucks here and there. So we're not really going to count those. I think they do tend to balance themselves out between the two. So today's winner is going to be the UFC with around $75 on direct hits and around probably $30 to $40 on our baseball. But it was super fun. I learned a lot about the Baseball Stadium Club today, and I'm super excited to do a second one. Matt, any final thoughts?
Yeah, man, it's always cool opening something new, seeing something a little different, but also getting it to compare it to something we're super familiar with.
Yep.
Yeah, I still, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what the values are. UFC's our bread and butter. We're going to keep opening every new set that comes out. We're not going to stop, of course, but yeah, we can splash in some other stuff here and there.
Yeah, it was fun, and you know, we just did it as a comparison to see how UFC would hold up to baseball, and I had a good time, man. All right, we'll see you guys in the next one, and talk to you soon. Peace.